Those of you who watch it later, this was a live, and it's going to be a short one. I'm just sharing my experience when I was a guest yesterday at the big show, Legendary Marketer. Wake Up Legendary is what they call it. Some of you who are familiar with Legendary Marketer, it's a big company. But they have a big show over in Facebook. They don't do it here. Although after that, they upload it on YouTube. So I shared right below in this description, you see the video. They record it over there and they upload it over here. So welcome, welcome. I'm Sherifa Nakalema in Virginia, USA. Let me tell you, it was not easy to be a guest over there. I'm about to share with you. And some of you actually attended. Okay, so let me see. Before I came on, I put in the comments, I said, those of you who attended it, share what you thought about my experience sharing. Okay, welcome, welcome. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me right now. This is going to be a very short live. I'm not going to be here too long because we'll continue to Facebook. So I came in a little bit later because I had to pray. You know, when I start this social media, it never ends. You never know where it's going to end. I go to, from here, I'm going to TikTok, to Zoom. So it's better when I take care of prayers. Okay, so what happened, let me tell you, something to learn from this is when you hear the law of attraction, when they say the law of attraction, like attracting what you want, it actually can be very, very true. So most people, when I work this legendary market, I used to promote it a lot in 2021, 2022. I talk about it a lot here when it used to be the 15-day challenge, right? But because I was mostly, my audience were mostly in Africa, most countries did not qualify to get in. So I recorded a few videos and some people went in and they didn't do anything. So I stopped talking about it. But I would go to the show, this show that I'm talking about in Facebook. It's there 5 days a week, every day. And the CEO is on there, Dave, sometimes Joanne. So most people, when they came on as guests, they would say, oh, this is my dream. Oh, I knew if you invited me to get here, that means I made it. So people would come with those comments. They would start with those comments. But for me, I never really wished to be on, right? So that was the 15-day challenge. Now, this year, they changed it to the 5-day challenge. And it was a little bit different. And I said, okay, I'm going to talk about this challenge again this time. And because I lost my TikTok account, I had switched also. I was not in Africa as much. I was now in USA. I said, okay, let's talk about the 5-day challenge. But the reason I'm talking about the law of attraction is when I started recording videos about it, I said, okay, this time I'm going to go to Legendary Marketer 2. I mean, to Wake Up Legendary 2. As I was recording the videos, I would say that. I would joke with her, but I say, okay, I'm going to promote Legendary Marketer. And this time, they invite me to the show. But that's all I said. I never sat down and talked about too much. No, that's all I said. Some people, they say that you can write about it or say it or write it somewhere and then be quiet and put it away. I remember Steve Harvey, he said he wanted to be on television when he was a young boy, I think 5th grade or something, but he put it away. In fact, he wrote something in class. They said, what do you want to be when you grow up? And he said he wanted to be on television. And the teacher said, no, not you, you can't make it. And that he went home and his dad, yes, it's possible. So he says he wrote it somewhere and forgot all about it. Do you know he went on to television? Now he's big on television much, much later. So what happened with me, I said it, but I didn't focus on it. So one day I saw an email. It came and Dave, that's the CEO, said, okay, this is not a marketing email. This is actually an email from me. We have a show over here, and will you consider coming on as a guest? I said, well, I knew the show, but maybe he didn't know I knew the show. So that's how it started. And after he's invited me, I said, yes, but I don't know what I said, but I didn't sound too excited. But I responded to him. So then later, an assistant came in, Roxy sent me a message, said, okay, because I think I had expressed that not now, maybe later. So she was asking me when I could be available, that they wanted to put me on the following week. This was in July, somewhere in the middle of July. I said, no. My mind was not on that. So I said, no. Those of you who know my personality, I'm like that. I don't do things like that. So I said, no, not now, maybe in August. So I said maybe first week of August. So that's where that ended. They had sent me some paperwork. They have some paperwork you have to fill out. I said, no, not now. When I'm ready, we'll do that. So that's what happened. So when the first week came of August, the last week of July, in fact, I sent them a message. I said, okay, now you can consider me for next week. Okay, that's what happened. They sent me the paperwork. Oh my goodness, took me 4 hours. 4 hours just to fill out whatever. And you know what? You have to do a release, you have to do all these things. And yeah. But you know what's funny? They don't ask you what you're going to talk about on the show. They don't. So it's not like they ask you, oh, we're going to ask you this question or this question. No. And I already, they've already said that, you know, these people, I just meet them here. I don't know. We just talk from here. So I knew that they don't tell you what they're going to ask. And what I did, I will be watching the most recent shows. I see how Dave is the kind of question he keeps asking people. So I prepare myself a little bit. I thought I was prepared, then I wasn't. Do you know why? So when the day came, okay, they sent you a message. They say, okay, you need to prepare if you're using, from my kind of settings, I was going to use the phone. They discouraged using the laptop because they said the camera is not as good. Use the phone if possible. And if you are using Android, make sure you're using Chrome. They prepare like that. Make sure your phone is on Do Not Disturb. Make sure look at the background. I put the books in my background. Make sure the background, make sure there's no noise around. Okay, like that, like that. So make sure you are ready 15 minutes before time. This is done on what? What is that company, by the way? It's called why? That's the name. Wait. Let me find out the name. What is that name? Where we do the app where I do it. Anyway, doesn't matter because it was them setting it up and I send you a link. So the day comes, I'm ready for Dave. I think I know how it starts. Normally he would say, okay, when you first learn about, okay, where are you from? By the way, she forgot to ask me. Because normally Dave starts with, where are you calling from? Where are you joining us from? Normally that's how Dave would start it. And then he would say, okay, so when did you get to know about this? How did it affect you? What did you learn? That's the kind of conversation with Dave. So what happened, they sent me, they gave me a link. They said, show up 15 minutes to time. So I was there waiting. You know, I was like this, the way I am right now. The window is blank. I was there waiting for someone to come on. StreamYard. StreamYard is the app they use, StreamYard. So I was there. Then Roxy came on. He said, okay, let me check your setting. Let's check the sound and stuff. But she said, but you know, Dave is not here today. It's going to be Joanne. You know, I knew about Joanne. Joanne is the director of marketing. I knew Joanne. I read her email, but I never talked to her or anything. I watch her sometimes. She sits in for Dave. I say, okay, so there is no Dave today. That's one thing. Now, as I'm talking, I said, okay, so am I going to talk to Joanne before something? He said, no, she'll come just and start the show. So the girl, Roxy is her name. She checked the mic, she asked my social media, what I want to share, and my name. Actually, she removed the last name. She put it on and it was too long. She removed it. She said, can we use just Sherifa? Okay. Soon, she disappears. She said, okay, you're good. Now comes Joanne. He said, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sitting in for Dave because he had an accident. I said, oh my goodness. In my mind, I'm thinking, everything is changed. I was trying to talk to Dave. Dave is not here. It's Joanne. I know Joanne, but I don't know what she's going to talk about because they don't prepare you for anything. So that's it. She said, okay. The only thing I talked about, if you see me, by the way, this interview is linked in the description. The only thing I talked about, I said, can you, because you know when we are on these lights, sometimes it feels hot. So I had the fan on. I said, if I have my fan on, will it be okay? They were testing the sound. And I said, I think it's okay. But guess what? The other girl, the first one, Roxy, tested it, said, it sounds okay. And Joanna said, is it okay? I asked her about my books. Is it okay to be like this or like this? Because the other option would have been blank, like this. He said, no, your books are fine. So the other one said the sound was okay with the fan on. But then she said, okay, let's go. I said, so we don't say anything here? He said, I put some notes for Dave. Did you read the notes I put for Dave? He said, yeah, I read through. Oh my God. Anyway, okay, let's go. She said, you know that sound that comes on, the song that comes on? She pressed it and it started moving. Now she takes you off the screen. Okay, you're not on the screen yet, but she says, I'll invite you, I'll put you on, let me first introduce it. So that's what you see. That she starts, but as she's doing the intro, you can see her. But what was weird for me, actually it was a very weird experience, because I'm used to going live the way we are now. I can see you in the chat, I can see, you can't, I didn't see anything. I was like right here in darkness screen, and she was like over there in the corner. She's talking, she's doing this. Me, I'm right here. So then she said, okay, now she's here. She put me on the screen. She put me on the screen. I don't see anything except her. So that was very, very strange. I had to adjust really, really quickly to the fact that it's not Dave and to the fact that I can't see anything. I didn't know that that's how it's going to be. Anyway, so the brain worked quickly. So when you see at the beginning, you'll see that I bend like this. I was cutting off the fan because I couldn't hear really well. When you watch this recording, you see that the sound is really high, but I could not hear her really good. So I had to bend like this to cut off the fan so I could hear her. And then it's like you are there, you don't know what people are chatting about. That was a weird experience, I'm telling you. Anyway, so then because for her, she was not prepared for this interview. Joanne, if you watch this, I'm sorry. But because she was not the one who was supposed to interview me, she was also not as very prepared because she didn't have anything. We were just having a conversation. So you see that I was sort of interrupting her to bring in the stuff that we're supposed to talk about. Because me and her had prepared a little bit what I wanted to say. But she was not prepared to ask me those things. What normally Dave would ask. Because for her, she came in as an emergency. Dave said he couldn't make it. So she stepped in. So it was a surprise for her, surprise for me. We kept going. If you watch it, I think it's fun. It's fun, but I don't know how to describe it. Because if I had not done some social media, like because I'm used to going live, maybe I could have shut down, not knowing what to do because they switched the person who was interviewing me, and she was also not prepared with any notes or anything. So I sort of guided the interview. I kept putting in my stuff. If you watch it, it's fun actually. But let me tell you something. Those of you who watched it, what do you think? How are you all doing? Good people. Oh, you adjust. Yeah, adjusted really quickly. And thank you for watching it. So those of you who are watching, what was your experience as you watched me share my stories? Let me tell you something that happened to me also. After doing the interview, I felt very, very drained. Let me tell you, that's why people who teach about life, that be careful not to go too much in the past, that don't drain on the past. It can, don't dwell on the past, especially if it wasn't good, because going back to those thoughts and those things that I was sharing, wow, it took my energy away. And if you ask me today, if whatever happened to me, that accident and everything, if it happened to me today, I don't think I would have the same energy to deal with it. It took so much to deal with. I don't think I could do it now. I'll just ask God, please, just take me to, let's just die. I'm telling you, it was a lot of effort, too much effort. Oh my goodness. So how are you all? I'm done with the story. So we finished it, then soon they uploaded it, and now it's on YouTube. But it's over there too. I didn't know what people were saying. In fact, I asked Joanne, what are people saying? What are they commenting or something? He said, you'll get to see that later. So, oh my God. So later I went back and watched it. People were putting comments. I think it's good that you don't see those comments. Maybe you'd be trying to react to them or something. They put you like in the darkness like this. I said, I don't know. Who has done an interview like that? You know what I'm talking about? It was a little bit of weird experience for the person being interviewed, because you are in the darkness over here. It's just you, and they're all over there chatting. You don't know what they're chatting about. I'm strong. It was fun for you. I don't know if I have to say it was fun for me, but there was an experience there. Number one, I realized that when good things happen for me, maybe I don't recognize it. What is that? What's the name? I was asking her about the therapy stuff. For most people, they see it as such a big deal, but I didn't see it as such a big deal. So what's that though? And it came quickly because I started talking about regional market again in May, June. Okay, in 2 months, they were calling me. They called me in 2 months. Okay, so yeah, you didn't put any comment. Let me see. Saw a comment by some of you. I invited some of you. You were there. I think it was a good interview because you shared your story in a short time and finished. Were also very clear. Thanks. Oh, I enjoyed the show. You enjoyed it? Oh my God. Yeah. Oh, Anastasia is here. How come you woke up, sister? Thank you. So what do you think, sister? What do you think? You had me share my story a little bit before, but I think yesterday I went much deeper. I went deeper into, it was craziness happening. Okay, so those of you who want to know what I'm talking about, it was actually, I was sharing a story of being almost solid middle class, nice home and all that stuff. And then my husband had an accident and everything fell apart. Everything fell apart. So I was sharing what I did and how we survived it. So this is the interview. I'm leaving. I'm going to, only if you have any questions for me, we are going to TikTok. We are going to TikTok. So this is the link to those of you who want to watch the video when I was sharing. It starts off with Joanne introducing the show and doing some housekeeping and then talking about me just a little bit and introducing me. So we had a good conversation. I think God meant it like that maybe this interview had to be done by a woman. I think so, because she was connecting with what I was saying better than maybe Dave. I think I would have everyone do Dave. He's a quiet guy. I have energy, this energy that I bring. I think I would have scared Dave. Ooh, okay, it happened. Thank you so much for your support. Those of you who want to come learn this stuff that we are doing, oh my goodness. Okay, go watch it. It's right there. I just put in the chat. Please go watch it. It's on YouTube now, but they have it in Facebook. It was in Facebook. There is a replay in Facebook. And today there is a lady who left a comment for me on TikTok, and I thought, where did she watch it? Now I know where she watched it, because in Facebook they had shared my TikTok. So that's where she went. I was wondering, she said, yeah, I watched it. Yeah. Go watch. You'll be actually, when you see the things I went through and how I was adapting, the same way I adapted yesterday, it may help you with your life too. Because this life, it can bring shocks. It could shock you. Yeah, I had a lot of energy. And she picked up on it. We never met. She didn't know me. I know her, that she's in charge of marketing over there, but I never knew her like that. We never talked. In fact, I was worried that maybe they wouldn't understand my accent, but I think she was fine, right? Oh my goodness. Yeah. So I had so many stories to share if we had a lot of time. Okay, Hajat, Janet, what was your takeaway? For those of you who watched it live as I was sharing it, what was, when I finished, remember, I ended, she gave me time to close it, and I gave you my appeal. Please do things now. Do things while you can. So what did you change? Janet, you watched me. Herbert, you were there also, Mutuba Agency, you were there. What did you think about after you watched my survival? I even shared the losing 37,000 followers on TikTok in one day. I had zero followers. They're all gone. Okay, thank you so much. That's it. If you want to watch the full interview, it's interesting. And if you want to come join Regional Marketer the way I do, watch it. Join below. There are links that take you to pay $5, and you learn what I do, which is digital marketing. It's digital marketing, but it's 4 categories. You could learn what I do, which is promoting other products, people's products, which is affiliate marketing. Sister Anastasia, I wanted to join. Go pay $5 and come. Then the other one is, if you have some knowledge, you want to create a digital product or a course, they'll guide you to do that. Or if you have even deeper knowledge, you want to be a coach, you could do that. Or if you want to do events and masterminds. So, or 4 options. But me, I do affiliate marketing, the one I love. You can choose whatever product you want to promote, depending on the niche you want. All the videos, I have other videos here, so many ideas. And when you go in there, you're going to be guided. In fact, with your $5, you can do much, but connect with me. So everything is in below this video. When you come later, I think those who come later, after this becomes a video. This is okay. It's not a video now, but it become a video later. Check the description. Also see whatever I'll have in the pinned comment, and everything connects me to you. If you want to connect with me, make sure you choose the join community. For me, I can support you to start, especially TikTok now. I understand TikTok. If you want to post on TikTok with the intention of making money, then here YouTube. Instagram is not my thing, but if over there, I have an Instagram account, but it's not my main focus right now. But in the training, they show you, especially if you upgrade to blueprints, Instagram. Many people actually over there in Instagram. I think the reason why Dave picked me here, because most of the very few people here talk about the legendary marketer here in YouTube. Most people are most in Instagram and other than TikTok. So I think I stood out. Whenever they look for this new challenge, they see my videos popping up. I think that's how they got to know me. And I'm unique. I think I'm the only Muslim over there, like dressed like this. I didn't see anyone like that. So I'm representing. My takeaway was to be strong and positive in stormy days. Yeah, we have to do that, especially women. Women do it double. Because the children are there, men are good at making the money or whatever, but when it comes to nurturing, when things are falling apart, the women do it better, I think. Wow, yeah. So thank you so much. Please watch the video. Let me put it here again in the chat. That's the video. It takes you to, maybe they'll give me a copy. When they give me a copy, I'll upload it here too. But for now, we are watching it from their channel and also on Facebook. So thank you so much. Connect with me. I'd like to support you. I say I'm at war with poverty. That's what I'm doing. Starting now to the end of the year, I'm at war with poverty. If you're at war with the poverty too, come. I'll support you. I have my Zoom is open here. Right now, I'm going to TikTok. TikTok, take a step to a better you. TikTok is where I'll be next. Let me see if I can get a link for you. Take a step to a better you. That's where I'll be, but it'll take me a few minutes. I'll need to post there a short video first. Then I'll be there live, and from there, whatever they choose to do, the TikTok people, is what we'll do next. Sometimes we choose to go Zoom. Sometimes we just stay there and answer questions. I don't know. That's why I do my prayers first. The show goes on. Sometimes I stay until morning. Work anytime you choose. As you wait from, okay, so anyone has a question? Come and maybe you'll be the next person to be invited at Wake Up Legendary, is what it's called. Wake Up Legendary. And it's very, very good training. Anything, like right now, if you don't have any knowledge at all, just come and promote products. That's what you're going to learn. That's the first step for everyone who comes online, the fastest way to make money. But after that, you can choose what you do, where you want to take the knowledge. Thank you all so much for your support. Go watch it. Go watch it and add a comment for me. Okay? Yeah. Bye-bye.